Hello and welcome to the Tarka Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be playing the game Meet Your Maker. Now I've made a few videos so far, one on the tutorial of building and the other one was like first thoughts. Didn't know much about the game when I first did that video of first thoughts, first looks. I've now played the game really in depth and I'm going to explain a few things here, but I really want to show you the building part of this game. As you know, if you've watched my channel, I like building things in games. In this game, you will have to do a few raids. I'm going to turn the volume down just a little bit here. Audio, turn it down to about, let's just turn it down to 70%. Okay, and then go back. Okay, so going back to what I was saying is, I don't like to do a lot of raiding in games. I like to build. In this game, you will have to do, when you first log in, you have to raid a few of the bases.
You have created a death trap, and raiders march to the slaughter.
I've created a death trap. So I just want to explain this to you. So when you first get into the game, you'll have these little normal areas to go to. And these are the developers made these. Once you get enough of this credit here, this 170 credit, you then can buy a burial plot. And what you do is you go up to the E command on this screen and you go to claim a new burial site, which is down here. And then you buy whatever you can afford. And I would suggest buying the cheapest one, because it will start generating you passive income, basically, is the way I look at it. If you've watched any of my Black Desert Online videos, you know what passive income means. It means that you can be AFK and you're still generating wealth within the game. Now, when you go to buy your plot, the capacity is what basically that 1,000, we're going to use this 325 one. That 1,000 means that for assets like guards, cost so much, traps cost so much. So as you start putting things or building your sinister layer, death machine tower, you're going to eventually get to 1,000 points and then you can't build anymore. It won't let you build anymore. So you got to really develop it the way so you can make it fun under the 1,000 points. Now this value here, in my previous video, I didn't really know what this bottom value was, where it says traps 3,600. That's the node. So actually what you're doing is you're farming it. You got a little guy that is passively going and farming it, bringing it back in and out of the building, and that value will actually deplete until it gets to 0. And then you can't farm it anymore. So for example, my Apollo map, I've been farming that, and you can see I'm almost halfway down. And then this map here, I've just started, and then this map is a quarter way down. Now, as your structures get more prestige in the world, this value will actually increase a little bit. So if you've got a lot of people giving you thumbs ups and the like, we'll go over that in a minute, then you'll deplete it slower. But these values here, these things that you're depleting out of these mines, basically, I'm going to call it mines, go to these people here so you can upgrade your stuff. So by hitting F, I go to weapons up here at the top, and I can either upgrade or buy new weapons, if that's what I wanted. I guess I can't oh yeah, you can upgrade the weapon. And so basically I use the stuff that my guys mining those assets to allow these guys to level. So I guess the best way you can look at it, at the very top you'll see tribute level 7, and then underneath there, each one of those icons represents one of these NPCs and where they are in the level. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm helping them gain higher levels by mining the values that correspond to them. So that's how you do it. Now, I made a fatal mistake thinking one thing: do not hit this destroy button. what I thought was, is I made my first map and I said, oh, I don't like how I did it. Why don't I just reset it? I thought this destroy button would actually reset the map, making all the blocks that I put in there disappear and allow me to just try it again, the building. No, it deletes the map. So I guess they put that in here so that when the node is completely depleted and you don't want to deal with it anymore, you can delete it out of your list. So there's another way you go about, I think you're going to be in the build command to actually go in and remove things. So don't destroy your, so I spent like 450 on a plot of land. I did what I wanted to do with it and I didn't like it, and I came back to this list. I clicked on it and I went to destroy, and I thought, okay, I'll destroy. What that will do is reset it, and no, that's not what happens. It destroys it so you can get it out of your list once you've depleted the node. So now I get that. So don't do a Tarkus and do that. So let's look at the maps and what I'm calling passive income. So every time people go through your labyrinth, they give you rewards. They don't personally lose anything. You just get rewards based on your cleverness of of killing them. And as you can see with this Apollo map, it gives me the statistics here. I've had 26 attempts. And I've killed 70 people, and my kill ratio is 2.7. And I've gotten 17 funds. I've got 5 brutals. I've got 5 artistics and 3 ingeniouses for that map. This is a new map I just created today, and I've had 3 attempts, 11 kills, and I've got 3.7 so far. I've got 2 funds. But I just started this about an hour ago, this map here. And then this one here is my second map that I bought. This was my first map that I bought. You could tell by how much mining I've done. And then I actually had another map which I deleted. We won't talk about that again anymore. So this map here was the second map I created, and the ratio is only 1.2. I've had 10 attempts and 12 kills. I've had 6 funds, 2 brutals, and ingenious. Now, I've gone with my own strategy here to make my labyrinths short, and we'll look at one of them so that they can get the raider can get in and out quickly. I didn't make it a long haul slog fest with some of these maps that I've gone into where you're running around for 20 minutes. There's a trap every 3 or 4 minutes, and you're just going through a maze of craziness. And most gamers won't go back to that. That's what I thought in my head is, if it's going to take you forever to get through the thing, people want to get in and out, try your content. So I went with the shorter dungeon runs, and as you can see, I've been successful because people come in and out, and they're doing my content. I think if I make it too sloggy, that people would just get bored with it, give up with it, or even just not come back to try it again. What I like about and dislike about the game so far is I would like to be able just to hit a button saying collect all resources. And I kind of liked it because what it is when you kill people within your dungeons or your sinister layers, as you can see, this one's flashing, this one's flashing, and this one's flashing. That means people have gone in there and died. People have gone in there and done the content. And I have to manually go in and get the resources. Now, I did like this to begin with, but it kind of gets old. But I don't know. I mean, it could go either way. It'd be nice if you just had a collect all button, either on this map or on the previous map. All my buildings are all going to look, the outer fascia are all going to look the same. That's what I do with the Tarkus zone. I try to make everything look the same. So here, as we go, I'm in building mode. I'm in admin building mode. Once I go in here, I see where this person died. So I can pick up the items. I get rewarded. It tells me who the person is and what killed them. I got to look down into these pits that I've created to see if I got, oh yeah, I got items down here to collect. Looks like somebody died in this pit. And, oh yeah, there's the gravestone right there. All right. So for me to float, double tap in build mode, you can float by using the space and then use the control to jump back down. So we'll go down here some more. Oh, I got another victim here where they died. So I'll collect this stuff here. Oh, another one of them died here. Yep, there's another gravestone. All right. And then let's go around this corner. Oh, someone died on that other side. I have a, let's go around here. Let's look in this pit. No. Oh, okay, I had this person die here. Where's their gravestone? It must be up there. I don't see it. Maybe it's caught in a wall. It doesn't really matter. It just, and then here's my thing. So you can see that this dungeon is pretty short, and that's what I'm going for. I'm going for the in and out. People feel like they're in and out. If they do it well, I had one guy do it in like 30 seconds. It was crazy. It was like watching it was like how he did it was like ingenious, and there was no way I was going to be able to build around that ingeniousness. So reward him for getting in and out in 30 seconds. And I didn't change my dungeon at all, or layer. I didn't change it at all after that guy did it. I was like, well, if he's going to do it that way, then great. So from here, after I've collected that, I go back to the outpost, and then the values that I picked up, or those items that I picked up in the get put there at the top. So I keep on getting the items rewarded to me as people. Oh, I leveled up again. As people die in my sinister lair, and this creature, this alien creature here, will tell me when people have tackled, new people have tackled the labyrinths, because there'll be a red skull above this thing here. What's great about it is, check this out. If I go to here and go here, I can actually look at the people's progress. I can watch the video. So these are the people who have tackled like this person here, this D person. I checked out his gravestone, so that's kind of interesting. I looked at his gravestone, but it says that I didn't kill him. Oh, maybe he tapped out? Or yeah, I think he tapped out. He went back in and decided he wasn't going to do it after 1:10. So maybe I killed him at another occurrence where that's why I saw his. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But it does allow you to see with this here, this person, Brian, he died 10 times. And what's nice about the relook, watching the video, it allows me to see at the very top, it shows me where he died throughout his time in my, see at the very top. And he's going to go around thinking that I gave a back entrance, and I didn't. I mean, he's just he's spending some time. I only have one entrance to my dungeons, and well, maybe I didn't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I did make that hard, but he's going to find out that when he goes up in there, he's going to get hosed. Oh, he was able to pull it off. Oh. Yeah, I did on this dungeon make those slits that you could fall through and come back up. So he did find that, which is kind of ingenious of him. But I mean, I thought by doing what I did there, but he did get out of there just in time not to get killed. I thought if somebody came up through there or even fell down through there to get back up, they would have to deal with all those traps, but he moved so quickly. Yeah. Alright, is he gonna, oh, he's dealing with this guy here, okay. So he's gonna be dying soon, because you can see on the meter at the top. So this is where he came up from beneath, and I do remember adding those slits. Just to kind of make it feel claustrophobic. Oh, and this is where he fell into the thing. I might actually go back to this map and put blocks underneath those slits so that somebody, yeah, now that I've watched this video, I'm going to make that change. Yeah, you got to go up and get your bullets. And it looks like he's going to try to go back down there and come up through those slits again. Yeah, that little thing that he destroyed, I never protect it. I probably should be. But yeah, I mean, the person's looking through the, you know, looking for a back way in, which is good. I mean, the other maps, I certainly don't have a back way in. I've utilized all the blocks. Even when people fall through the stuff, they fall on the rocks, the orange blocks. I think he's looking, I think he's jumping around here just looking for see if he can find another entrance. Oh, he's going to go back to he's going to go through the front. There we go. Here we go. So it looks like he's going to die soon on the meter at the top. So I like watching how they tackle it, and if I can make changes, I'll make changes, and I'm going to make a couple changes here now. I'm watching this person, even though he died. Yeah, I'm going to put something underneath those slits there so somebody can't come up through the floor. Oh, he got hit by something. I don't see. That's weird. Okay. He's probably thinking about the same thing as what hit me, because I don't know. I mean, maybe that monster did. Yeah. Maybe I'll get rid of that guy at the top because he looks like he's too easy to kill out there. Yeah, use that grappler. Use it. Yeah, come to Tarkus's sinister lair. This guy's pretty good. Even though he's died a few times, he's pretty good. Oop, and he fell in. Alright. We won't watch the whole thing. So you can see that you can view it for yourself. I had just opened that one up. I just built that map that we just did. I built it this morning, and now I see a couple gaps that I need to fix. That's what I love about watching the video. And now she's just alien things screaming at me, oh, got new dead bodies in your thing. And once you start building these maps, you're getting the income you need to build more maps, or buy more maps to build more maps. So you don't have to, like with me, I don't have to raid anyone's structures. I just continue to go into my structures and pick up the corpses, or pick up the stuff that the corpses have dropped. So here they're blinking again at me. So so what I'm thinking is as you get more people saying this has been fun, people are going to see that and say, oh, okay, Tarkus is a developer that puts some fun into it and still adds some brutality to it. And I've made it so that there's shorter dungeons so that you're in and out and you can go on to do your next thing. And if you want to continue to do it, grind it, you can, because that's the other thing about these maps is it doesn't limit to you. So if somebody wanted to go to my Apollo map over and over and over again, they can. There's nothing stopping them from doing that. Especially the guy that did it in like 30 seconds. He could have just kept on going in and getting a Genmat and getting out and getting rewards for it if that's what he wanted to do. But he probably moved on to something more challenging. You know, I mean, that's what those parkour people like to do, is they go to more challenging things. So before I button up this video, I want to show you here. Let's just go to the guard guy. I want to show you here that once you start accumulating wealth from killing people or even going out and raiding yourself, you can go to the guards and you can buy better guards. And as you can see, I can now buy this guard here. I can buy this guard, and I can buy this guard. Now, I haven't done that quite yet, because you know that when I go to put this guard, it doesn't tell me what it's going to cost me in the building interface, because I know with the Enforcer, that's what I'm using now, it costs me X amount. I think it's 50 points. So if you've got 1,000 points to spend and you're putting a guard down, that's going to eat 50 points. Now, if I upgrade to, let's say, this Hornet guy, maybe he's 100 points. He might be a better guy to put down, but 100 points, that means I could have put 2 Enforcers down. I don't know. I haven't got into that yet. I have to balance what I'd rather have 2 enforcers on the map than have 1 hornet on the map. Because the hornet flies around, it looks like he's more of an outside kind of thing, so I'd put him outside. Maybe the warmonger makes sense for some of the scenarios I have inside, but if the warmonger costs 200 to put down on the map, so you can't have that many of them. So the question being is, do I just take the enforcer and upgrade him? So I can go to the upgrade and choose plating. Significantly improves the enforcer's defense by adding armor to its upper body. Well, I can't afford this right now because I don't have enough coinage to buy this. But that's where I gotta weigh, do I just take the enforcer and level him up? And does leveling him up cost me more points in the dungeon? I don't know that type of stuff yet. I'm still getting into this. So let's say, for example, I level this guy up. Right? Let's say, for example, he costs 50 points now, and I give him Bloodlust as an augment. Now, does he now cost 60 or 70 points because I've augmented him? I don't know within the buildings how that's going to work, but I will be finding that out to see what the balancing is. Or does the enforcer, regardless of how many augments you put on him, still just cost 50 to put down and that's it? Because that would be cool, because if I could augment the crap out of these guys, the 50 little minions, then you get more of them on the map, where the bigger ones might cost more overall and you're not getting as much bang for your buck. That's the kind of things I like to figure out in a game, and in my future videos I'll be able to come back to you and say, yeah, it's best to soup this guy up and put him in these kind of scenarios, because it all comes down to your building style too. I like the close quarter crypt kind of building style, where no open spaces really, just crypt in, and then you feel claustrophobic and you got to move around with the grapples. Those are the kinds of things I like to do, because I think it feels more rewarding than just running around an open field map. I was thinking of making a building where it was an open concept with a lot of mobs on the outer edge and the stone in the center, so it's like an arena. You got to just run in and get the stone and run out before the group in it would be open. I was spinning that in my head, and once I get a bigger map that can give me 3,500 points, that makes sense, because I'd be able to make a cool Colosseum looking building and then put the monsters in the Colosseum and then see how someone does. That would be pretty cool. Well, here's just another take on the game today. I'm glad that I've been playing it. I did have an issue that I posted as a bug report, and I really wasn't satisfied with the correspondence. I would say that it was poor correspondence on the developer's end. I was able to detail what the issue is that I found, and then it was really like, that wasn't enough for us to help you. We're going to need... And they asked me for like these 9 things. And I'm thinking to myself, I haven't had that many developers in my time ask me to do video, do a zip file with all these computer files you want me to add. They gave me all these instructions: go to this folder and right click on this and save this and button it all up in a zip file with a video and send it back to us, and then we'll consider fixing it. And it's like, you know what, guys, I just gave you what the issue was, very detailed in my report. I should not have to do all this extra stuff. I mean, this is really simple. And then I just politely replied saying, I won't be reporting anything more in the future. If Tarkus finds something, good luck, guys. You can find somebody else that's willing to do a book report to get you what you need, because I just not going to do that. I mean, I did what I thought I needed to do to report the issue, and if it maybe in your mind that wasn't an issue, and you're just giving me this list of stuff that I'm not going to provide, so I just go away. Well, guess what? I just went away. I enjoy the game. I'll work around the bugs. If they get fixed, they get fixed. That big sound that you keep on hearing, that's from my battleground. So it's basically just continue telling me while I'm in here, because when I first come in, this alien will say, you got dead bodies in here. But once I'm here, the only way I know that something's happening in my labyrinths is that sound that it does every once in a while. Well, that's really it. I wanted to show you, give you my takes on the game. I found it to be quite enjoyable. I'm not a raider. I'm not going into people's structures and raiding. I'm not doing that. But I am feeling rewarded by building these sinister layers, having people try them, having people really succeed, and having people really fail miserably, but keep on trying and trying and trying. I mean, that's the neat thing about those videos is, I was like, after dying 3 times, I'd be like, I'm done. You got some guys that are in there like 20 attempts. It's kind of amazing. Well, thank you for joining me. This has been the Tarkus Zone.